Hello again, dear viewer, and welcome back to a little bit more of that Risk of Rain 2 on that 1.0 update. And unfortunately, today is going to be the last of this special 1.0 update series because off-camera, unfortunately, I did unlock the Captain for the very first time. And I've done a couple runs as Captain. Nothing too special, just to try him out. You know, he's quite an interesting character, a little bit of a different playstyle than I'm used to from a lot of characters, but if anything, that makes him a much more worthy addition to the game. So, you know, it's quite interesting the way that he plays, and I'm excited to show it off to you guys. So, the most important thing to know first is that this red item that I get here is always present on Captain. And what it does is on you, all of your drones, all of your turrets at the very least, you block projectiles occasionally. So you can see here that Lemurian, who would ordinarily be shooting fireballs at me, the little laser comes out and it zaps it out of the air. And that works on a surprising number of things. Quite a few, actually. If this red was in the drop pool, it would probably be among the best reds in the game. Like, no joke, and that's really good. It really helps you stay tanky and stay alive, which is otherwise kind of difficult due to your pretty large hitbox and fairly slow movement speed with a lack of mobility skills. Glasses printer on the first floor is kind of ridiculous, so definitely going to be giving most, if not all of my whites to that printer to turn them into glasses. My primary fire is a shotgun. Now, you can hold it down to narrow the spread and effectively make it into a magnum. And I was expecting it to be a lot more effective at long range than it actually was, but it keeps the diminishing returns, or the drop-off, I should say, from the shotgun pellets when you use it as that single big shot. So it's a little, it can be a little difficult to pin down enemies at longer ranges in a way that results in a kill, rather than, like, for some enemies, like Elite Wisps, it tends to sort of just knock them away from you in a really nasty kind of way. It's kind of irritating, but whatever. That mouse one is still pretty dang strong, feels really good to use. There's some funky stuff you can do with it too. The mouse 2 is really nothing too special. It does just a little bit of damage, and it has this new shocking tag. So that stuns the enemy in place for, I believe, 10 seconds. A good amount of time. But if they take damage that is higher than 10% of their maximum HP, the shock will break, and they will return to their normal enemy state. So it can be, what do we say? It can be a little inconsistent, but it's one of the things it's really good for is locking enemy downs for your shift skill, which I will hopefully be able to demonstrate as soon as I get a new enemy in range. Let's take this tri-tip dagger. Okay. Damn. It bounces off of walls, too. I have a hard time aiming it. It seems to go places that I'm not used to. So this is our shift skill. Those each do a lot of damage, 1,500%, which is pretty good. And one of the other uses I found for this mouse too is that it seems to be able to cancel your recovery animation for your shots a little bit early. So you can use it to sort of go bam, 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 like that. And I find that to be pretty useful for bursting enemies down, especially bosses, because bosses have those larger hitboxes, of course. Either way. And Captain's R is a bit complicated, but basically you gain access to 2 supply beacons. You get 1 of each per stage, and I will show you what those do here in a moment. I've got the default set on. So I'm going to call it down on top of the boss, because you can see that this will do a lot of damage. And that is one of the primary uses for it. But now in this area, this is sort of a bootleg bustling fungus. It'll restore 10% of my HP per second, which is alright. It can be a little difficult to stay inside, but it really is a lifesaver. Okay, let's get some crowd control going here. Speaking of crowd control, let's throw down this other beacon. This is a default supply beacon as well, and it will occasionally zap enemies nearby. Oh, hell. Spent so long explaining the abilities that I forgot to get not murdered. Either way, I guess I can show you on the loadout screen here. It'll periodically shock nearby enemies, which is the same effect as the taser. And let's see. Oh, really? Okay, so it looks like the shock has no determined duration, at least not in the little tooltip they have on the right side here. So it seems to last forever, which is very nice. So therefore it's probably good for, like, say you've got a brass contraption you really don't want to deal with at the moment, like you usually do when brass contraptions show up. You can just shock them, and assuming it doesn't have a maximum duration, which it doesn't have one listed, you can just keep them there. And that's pretty strong. So, I guess it's not that bad that it isn't very useful for damage purposes. God, that orbital strike just does so much damage. You can see the cancel coming in handy here. Nice. Yeah, see, he feels like... It really does take a little while to get used to CHAPtain. He definitely doesn't play anything like a lot of the other characters. But, I don't know, I'm used to Engineer, right? So, I'm into funky characters, and he's a good kind of funk, you know? I really love the design of the Mouse 1. I do wish it had a little bit less drop-off when you charge it all the way up, but I get it, you know? Okay, got a good amount of money, so let's get some boxes, why don't we? Firework printer. Fireworks are pretty good, honestly. I've had lots of success with fireworks, but it's definitely not something we're super interested in. Oh yeah, and I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the special red item we get that blocks projectiles like these Lemurian fireballs and stuff, that scales based on your attack speed. So the soldier syringe that we just got from the chest there is going to be a little bit more valuable to us because of the bonus that it gives to our red item. And in a similar fashion, I went for that healing drone, not necessarily because I was worried about my health going forward, because I have that healing field, but remember that that red item applies to all of your drones as well. So this healing drone will not only be healing me passively, it will also be blocking a couple incoming projectiles, so it'll take less damage, which is a very, very, very strong thing to have by this point in the game. And certainly something that I'm going to be leveraging quite a lot. Okay. This might be a little sketchy, considering our item count in the Shrine of the Mountain, but we shouldn't have a trouble, especially if they're going to be right on top of each other like this. I bet this is going to do lots of damage, yeah. Yep, and let's just abuse the big hitboxes, abuse the... Oh, CHAPtain, my CHAPtain. Feels so good. Old War stealth kit's alright. Because of the... Look at all those projectiles we're blocking, by the way. These Lemurians would be a lot more annoying if we weren't blocking at like half of their projectiles with our red item here. I'm interested in the potential of using Artifact of Metamorphosis on CHAPtain runs to get other survivors with this red item, because it doesn't leave your inventory. It's not a CHAPtain item. You just get it for playing CHAPtain, and it can't drop anywhere else. So if you can use the Artifact Portal to use the Artifact of Metamorphosis to swap to another random survivor, you could potentially get some very interesting combinations with, like, Engineer. I imagine Engineer would be ridiculous with this item. And I know that Acrid would probably like it quite a lot, and like all of the melee characters really would appreciate this red item. And honestly, you're kind of playing in that sort of melee range. You're a little more mid-range as CHAPtain, but you are still sort of playing within that space, you know. And of course, you do have this orbital strike, which, as far as I'm aware, has infinite range. One of the interesting quirks of CHAPtain, and something I'm a little conflicted about, is that while you're in hidden realms, which is to say the Void, the Gold Shrine, presumably the corrupted scavenger boss fight for when you take Beads of Fealty, which is kind of scary. But either way, in all of those situations, you actually can't use the Shift or the R abilities, which are most of your damage. So it can be quite difficult to deal with, like, the Void, for example. I understand kind of why they did it, but it is, like, I would be okay with them patching it out. In fact, I would probably think it's a net positive, just because none of the other characters really have to deal with a downside that's that severe, especially for doing something that you want to be doing, you know? It's a little confusing as a design decision, but I understand it from a lore standpoint. No, you stay there. And I think the little bit of knockback on the shotgun is supposed to be for keeping things in your radii as well. Yeah, this gun feels good. And, like, you don't have to fully charge the gun. You can charge it to narrow the spread a little bit. And for things like wisps and brass contraptions, where you're trying to get them from a distance, and it's likely that they will be, moving around quite a lot in a pretty random fashion if you're far enough away. So you can narrow the spread just enough that you can get a couple shots on them, but you can account for the randomness of their movement patterns. Come on, there. Sticky bomb. I'm not gonna print the syringe just for that, but... okay. I've literally not found any items yet. This feels like a very item-light run, but maybe it's just because I am a character without a mobility skill. And I don't have any movement items yet. But, like, really? What is going on? Lipton Daisy, okay. What? Oh. I thought that was a Clay Templar for a second, but no, it's a Beetle Guard. Let's try and snipe it with our mouse too. Oh, hell yeah. Goodbye. Oh, that feels good. And it looks like the shock, they take extra damage on the first hit, which is probably designed to synergize with our shift. Yeah, I underestimated the mouse too at first, but it's got quite a lot of utility to it, despite not having a lot of damage. Okay. I'm over my pace by a minute, so I'm gonna head out. Time is the most important thing. Items can come later. They will come eventually. But if the enemies start scaling faster than you can get items, that's an issue. Okay. Teleporter time. Play Dune Strider. It's annoying, for sure. But big ol' hitbox. And we zap his projectiles out of the air. Oh, dude. Oh, that's so nice. Come on. Come on. I just want to out DPS it. That's definitely overkill. Yeah. Oh well. Squid turret! I don't care. It's free green scrap. That's all I see. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Yup. Oh, that was so satisfying. Yeah, I'm really digging this character. Oh, yeah, brother. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like, I don't know, it just feels good. I think it's in a way that's self-evident. Like, the shotgun and the frickin' orbital strike, you know? Once you get used to the funk, you know? It's pretty good. I'm really enjoying my time with CHAPtain. Like, honestly, he's up there. There's 10 characters. And, I don't know. I really like every character. It's a very good thing. Focus Convergence. Transcendence. Alien Head is tempting. And most of my greens are bad. I'm fine with keeping one of the stealth kits. Alien Head is really, really strong. I want Rally Point Delta, because there's an achievement on CHAPtain that I still don't have that wants you to repair the TC-280 drone. So I will go for that. Hopefully that won't take too long. And I wonder what I get for it. There's another achievement on CHAPtain. I still don't remember what it is that unlocks the other's skill. But it's not that hard from what I remember, so maybe I'll just happen to get it. Oh yeah, it's visit 10 different locales in one run, which I believe means you need to loop at least once to go to every location in standard stages, which there are 9 of, and then you need to go to the moon, so you get the 10th locale. So basically you need to do good as CHAPtain on a run for long enough, or just RNG into every locale, which is not too hard, all things considered. I'm going to place down my healing beacon here, so I can get some quick and dirty cash. Don't worry about me. I am merely a visitor, here to partake in your riches. Thank you for the crowbar. I will now use it to destroy your friends. Ouch. Okay, you get the orbital strike. Thank you. Goodbye. Yeah, hell. Put the shock beacon somewhat right over here. Okay. Yeah, see, now we're starting to get some chests, get some items. Oh well. Repulsion armor played out of the random when there was one in there anyway. Oh, there's our bandolier back. If we had enough whites too, by the way, I definitely would have gotten the ukulele from that lunar shop there. Get some movement speed. We are a bit slow at default. And I did see a drone that wasn't the TC-280, which I do want. Yeah, right here. Gunner drone. It's more of a defensive thing than an offensive thing to get the drones on CHAPtain. But I really do feel like you start needing quite a few of them, because you're a bit slow and a bit big, and those aren't very good combinations unless you're multi and you have a trillion health, which CHAPtain most certainly does not. Really should turn off Steam notifications while I record, but oh well. Tougher Times, very nice. I honestly think Tougher Times is one of the better, is like even better than usual on CHAPtain. because you already get those blocks on projectiles, so you're already taking fewer hits. So if you can guarantee that the hits that do hit you will sometimes not, that's even more passive protection and just making you even tankier by proxy. It's very interesting. It's sort of an evasion tank sort of playstyle, but in a very roundabout way. Alright. Have fun with that orbital strike, homie. Oh, you're not quite dead. I wish it pierced. That would be super cool. But whatever. Is there a TC-280? Or did it just not spawn one? See, I really want to do a captain run where you get up to ludicrous, absolutely nuts levels of attack speed. Okay, I'm going to scrap this bandolier so I can have one green scrap. And honestly, I'm going to scrap the crowbar so I can have a white scrap. I know I said the crowbar was alright, but I realized that the propulsion plate is much more valuable for potentially going to the void, where we're already going to be pretty darn gimped in terms of our moveset and everything. So that's okay. Alright, now we have 4 drones. I really like that you have to care about drones on Captain. Drones are not ordinarily something you want to be picking up. And I really like the drones. The drones, like, in the first game, at least to my impression, they were pretty dang strong, you know? So I was surprised to see that they were pretty weak in this game. And, I'm glad that Captain has sort of a secondary theming to him, you know? We're forgetting all of the drones and all the equipment, you know, and all that. Because he's the guy who runs the ship. It makes sense. You know, I like that. I think that's a very good theming thing. And armor-piercing rounds is super nice. I realized that armor-piercing rounds has gained a lot more value since you have a boss to build up to. Because if you can get enough armor-piercing rounds, it doesn't matter what other items you have. As long as he doesn't steal them in time, you're probably going to kill it, you know? See, 2 adaptive chests. Teleport is nearby, which is good. He's just about ready to go to it. There's Telly. Can't find a TC-280, unfortunately. Neutron's not down here, but there is a chest. What's in the chest? Another energy drink. Very nice. We like the movement speed here. Eat that. Imp Overlord, unfortunate. We can't really pin him down, but we might have enough drones that we can deal with most of the... Yeah! That's what we like to see. We like to see Imp Overlord just swing and miss all of them. Because that means we blocked all of them. You know how I said this works on frickin' everything? It does. It works on Malachites, on both the air and the ground. Like, seriously everything. It's really nice. It works on Beetle Guard waves, it works on brass contraption projectiles, it works on Beetle Queen shotgun projectiles, it works on a lot of stuff. Shatter Spleen, yo! Let's go, dude. Shatter Spleen is probably the best new item in the update, although I haven't messed around a lot with one of the new lunar items because I don't have it yet. Although it doesn't, like, all things considered, it seems to be pretty weird and hard to use properly, so I don't know. I doubt it will be better than Shatter Spleen, which is incredible as an item. All of your critical hits will cause a bleed, and all of the enemies that are bleeding will explode. And those are both incredibly good. Both for bleed builds and crit builds, which are sort of defining 2 different playstyles, I guess. Alright, well, maybe next time around we'll get a TC-280. We must not have had enough internal currency to spawn it this round, but that's okay. If we were on Monsoon, perhaps. Abyssal Depths. It's okay. I personally think fighting the Alloy Worship unit is an easier way to get the red, but that's probably just because I'm impulsive when it comes to buying things. Okay, 24.70. That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good price. Get the missile drones and the incineration drones in here too. Imps. Dang it. It's so hard to pin down. If you can hit an imp with CHAPtain's mouse too, you've like got it, you know? Those little pricks, they just love to like teleport around randomly. Ah, hell. Look at that. I love it. I love it. There are so many enemy types that are just so much more threatening when you have the ability to shoot their stuff out of the air. I see a Shrine of the Mountain. Now, what red are we looking for? I don't know, dude. Rejuvenation rack, I guess? Like, I don't know. I'm a bit of a defensive character. I wouldn't mind a rejuvenation rack. Honestly, Head Stomper might be interesting, but it's probably not too good. I mean, you know, there's the obvious ones like Meat Hook and Dios and stuff that are always pretty good. And of course, that's like oil and all of that, but that's a given. I suppose Aegis would have some value on us because we have ways to heal ourselves. Smart. No hits. Hog. Air shot. Let's go. Yeah. Imps try to stay near you. I figure. Oh my god, and the drones just wreaking havoc, blocking all these random projectiles that I'm sure... Yep. Wow, just look at it! Oh my god, it's incredible! This red is so good. Oh, there they all are. Bye-bye! Wow. Took a whole damn orbital strike, and it still took a little bit to get him down. Yeah. This run's feeling good. I like the drones. I really like the drones. Okay. Yeah. That was cool. I love the feeling of critting. Oh, you know what I really want to see? I want to see Brilliant Behemoth. I really do. Because you shoot so many shots at once and they'll all explode. It's actually a huge DPS increase. Oh my god, I forgot to turn off Discord notifications. What is this, amateur hour? Give me just one moment. I'm sorry. Alright. Oh, jeez. It's been a second. I've had a couple days where I had some situations going on where I wasn't able to record, so apologies for the rust. I do feel like my commentary's been doing fine, which is good. really enjoying my time with CHAPtain. Very, very fun character. Okay. I mean, it sure is farming for the legendary chest. Like, I'm just fighting things. Moment to moment. There's a lot going on, but there's not a lot to say about it. I'm just ecstatic at how well my drones are doing it, making annoying stuff less annoying. Yeah, I figure that's a good place to put this. Hey, buddy! Yeah, wow, that's helping so much. Oh, the shock is so nice. The shock beacon, I slept on it, but honestly, it's pretty good. Okay, I should be in a position where I'm at least close to getting that legendary chest. So let's go get it. Can't waste too much time here. Oh, come on. I need 13 money. You kidding? Oh, okay. Okay, dude. Oh, okay. Well, I got one. Feel a little less silly. Oh, okay. I think I got it. I got it. Yep. Team it, please. Ah, another alien hit. I'll take it. What's the cooldown on this thing? I think it's weird. I don't know. I feel like cooldown reduction in this game makes the seconds go faster rather than reducing the amount of seconds there are. So, like, I don't know if it's actually 7 seconds or if it's closer to, like 5 or 6. Let's see. Like, I guarantee you Alien Head scales logarithmically. So it reduced our cooldowns by a quarter at first, and then it reduced the cooldowns by another quarter, but it's not based on the original value, it's based on that 3/4 value. So it's closer to like another 6? I don't know. I don't know math. That's way higher math than I bother with. So someone who's smarter can probably run the numbers on that and figure it out. But that will not be me, for sure. Okay, Bungus. Nice free scrap. Classes, very nice, especially considering that we need crit synergy for Shadow Spleen to start working for us. Oh my, okay. You, I don't want to deal with right now. I want to do bonus damage by knocking you into a wall, damn it. Is he still shocked? No, not quite. Drones are probably dealing with it. Oh my god. Die already. Yeah, we're having trouble with damage. I think we need to head out, like, pretty soon. I've been on this floor for far too long. If I can find the Newt Shrine while I'm here, that would be ideal. Okay, there's the teleporter. I hear a magma worm. I don't know if we can deal with it. CHAPtain has a hard time dealing with magma worm because so much of his damage is delayed. Well, when there's a lot of them, it's a little bit different. Oh, Jesus. Yo, Hoku, I know you guys are probably busy making incredible, ridiculously good content for this game, but if you could update Magma Worm to be a little bit less performance intensive, I would appreciate it. Because it feels like the only time my game lags before the first loop is when I'm fighting Magma Worm. It's really a miracle what this healing drone has been doing for me. I would have been dead multiple times so far. if I'm looking towards the magma worms, like, my frame rate just, like, dips. It's like, howdy. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah. I saw 7 fire stacks, and I was like, yep, I'm dead. Oh, well. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there today, unfortunately. No phenomenal runs on CHAPtain, but he's honestly kind of tricky. You know, a lot of his damage is pretty delayed, and a lot of it requires a little bit of prior thought. You know, so he's quite an interesting character to play around with, and I'm excited to explore his potential. But either way, if my gameplay and/or commentary improved your day even just that little bit, make sure to use the avenues YouTube has given you, the like, comment, and subscribe buttons, to tell me that I'm doing a good job. And give your pets a little bit of extra love just for me today, and I will see you next time.